Good day and welcome to the latest Sport Rap Show. I'm Jesse Jackson Kauraitha and will be your host for today. And now for the latest on the hit list. Brave 5 Gladiators, Namibia's women's futsal national team, received an official send-off today from the Sports Ministry and the Namibia Sports Commission ahead of their participation in the Futsal Africa Cup of Nations set for 22 April in Rabat, Morocco. The team departs for Morocco on 10 April. Deputy Sports Minister Dino Balotti gives words of encouragement to the team at the send-off of the event. This was compiled by Mariette Ngula. Enjoy.
Players, our young, brave, it's not five.
Brave 5 Gladiators.
Brave 5 Gladiators. Let's give the Brave 5 Gladiators a round of applause. So I was trying to think, how do we send you off? And my minister gave me the honor of saying, Dino, you might know one or two things about football, and I think I want you to give this to our Brave 5 Gladiators. Now, last year, the men, the Brave 5 Warriors, partook at the AFCON, also in Morocco. I watched every one of those three matches, and I actually had to remember the scores. And I think it was Mauritania, Egypt, and Libya. And really, I was immensely proud of the Brave 5 Gladiators. In as much as my mind is on Gladiators. I was so immensely proud. It was our debut at AFCON, and we lost each of the three games. But win or lose, I was so proud to be Namibian. And I think it was late in the evening when we were watching those games on SuperSport. And I'm almost certain that your matches will also be viewed. And I can assure you, as Namibians, we'll all be watching the Brave 5 Gladiators in a couple of weeks' time in Morocco. Now, I'm aware that it's our debut. I'm aware that this team is not years and years old. Is that correct? President with a small p. That means nothing. When we go out there and you wear the national team jersey, you wear it on behalf of all 3 million Namibians that are supporting you. Such an immense honor to represent your country. And I don't want any of you ladies to take that for granted. You're you're ambassadors of Namibia, and you should know when you step out there, you're representing an entire nation, and it's something to be so proud of. Let's give them a round of applause. So, when I was preparing, and I have a few speaking notes here, I thought of what is the power of sport as a unifier. Now, the girl child is someone that's going to look up to each of you. And the hope and the goal is that we'll have hundreds into the thousands of young ladies participating in this, can I call it, fairly new sport code? Because of you, you will inspire the generations to come. And to be the very first, it's something that will live for you forever. When you're old and you have your own grandchildren one day, you'll be able to tell them, I was of the first group that participated on the African Continental Championship, the AFCON, to represent my country. Right? I think back to when I was a young guy. I'm now a retired youth. I say that at every opportunity. Right? But once upon a time, I was a youth. And I think back to how desperately I wanted to play for the national team, but I wasn't good enough. And I made peace with it. But I so badly wanted to represent my country. Even one cap. I don't know who was at NFA that time, but they didn't select me. and I made peace with it. And I can't overemphasize how proud we are of this sports code. The amount of engagements my minister and I have had in the football fraternity or football space. We've only been in office for about a week and a half, and we've had multiple engagements with the football sports code. This is a sports code in Namibia, which is viewed by almost everyone. Everyone can have a sport code or a different interest, but somehow collectively, we all appreciate and we love football. So I don't have a very long speech today, Chief Administrator, but I specifically asked my minister, please, I want you to come to this morning session. She said, DM, I have another equally important engagement, but you know what? I will make sure that I come here. And I'm going to put her on the spot, and I'm breaking protocol again. I know, they say it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Yeah.
I'll ask for her forgiveness later, but I'm going to ask our Honorable Minister to also just give some few words of encouragement. But really, from my side, is to thank the leadership, Andre and your team, my former player, our coach, sitting there. He was much skinnier some years ago. And to everyone that's been involved, we really appreciate the effort of futsal and also the leadership of the NFA for taking you guys to Morocco. If we had budget, I would even be on that plane in the crowd there to cheer you guys on. But this is a qualifier for the World Cup in December.
And in September.
In September.
Correct.
So I'm going to somewhere there late in the year, right? So I'm going to again break protocol and say, when this team qualifies for the World Cup, you can be assured that the minister will be there to cheer you on in the stands. So with that, I say again, really, we are very proud of you as a nation. It's so exciting, and then each of you must know that what comes with wearing this badge, this Namibian flag on your chest, you represent all of us. So regardless of the score lines, you're representing me when you go and play. Okay?
Well, the Deputy Minister are already in action there, making sure that the team goes well. Sports Minister Senet Steenkamp today also at the send-off of the Brave 5 Gladiators Namibian women's national futsal team ahead of its first participation in the Futsal Africa Cup of Nations taking place, that is from 22 April, also had something to say.
Various chiefs and CEOs and coaches and everybody fulfilling such an important function, and most especially to the team. Two things I want to say. I watched you when you were singing the anthem, and you must inspire pride. You have it, but remember that when you are there, the cameras will zoom in on you. You stay straight to the people of your country, and your hands are here, not standing like this, with pride. So first, that's not part of the two things I wanted to say. First and foremost, I'm so delighted and I'm so honored to be in the presence of you. Your talent must be amazing for you to earn this distinction, this honor to go and represent your country with this first game. But it's not just talent. You've set yourself apart from others, probably through strict discipline, isn't it? A lot of self-discipline, pushing yourself, sheer tenacity, perseverance, even if things were tough, even if all you wanted to do was at a given point give up, but you didn't. So for that, I put a feather in your cap. And I thank you that you persevered where you are today, representing not just yourself, but your family, your neighbors, your community, your nation. It's an honor. It's an honor to be Namibian. We cannot take that for granted. Secondly, be unapologetically yourself. Your true, authentic self when you represent us there as a Namibian ambassador. Proud of your heritage. Be proud of your culture. Be proud of your language. Establish yourself among the best, because you are the best that Namibia has to offer. I'm getting goosebumps, DN. I always try to, I was just an athlete. I cannot even play netball. But I have the love for sports, and the love for the youth. I want to thank all of you who have made this possible with your sacrifices, with your training techniques, with the investment of donors. Everybody that believed in you, don't take it for granted. Not the bottle of water, for example, that is offered to you. Know that everything comes with a price, and we can only pay back by being our level best, in our best behavior. So go out there, make us proud. We will watch you. And as the DM said, we will have to seek funding, but we will be there when you go through to the World Cup in November, December. Thank you. Thank you to everybody. Thank you so much.
Beatrice Masilingi is ready to compete in major competitions after a successful recovery to her dislocated shoulder, Coach Hank Botha has revealed. The first ever participation as the only Namibian representative at the World Athletics Indoor Championship in Nanjing, China did not go according to plan last month after she dislocated her shoulder during training. Coach Hank Botha has however revealed that the 21-year-old who was due to compete in a 60-meter sprint at the championships has now made a full recovery and can compete in future competitions. The Namibia Deb Marine Premiership is proving to provide an exciting season with all football clubs at the top half of the table in close contention so far. The match between Young African and African Stars even made things more interesting when the teams played to a 1-1 draw at the Independence Stadium yesterday. The result brought both teams to 23 points, with African Stars leading the table due to a superior goal difference. The defending champions still have a game in hand over their closest rivals, Young African FC, that find themselves in second place. African Star coach Benedictus Hausep admitted that he would have loved to win yesterday's match in order to give his club some breathing space. The Coastal Chess Association hosted the Karin Maletsky Independence Blitz tournament, which saw Dion Moyo and Annalise Brown dominate the open and women's sections. Held at Walvis Bay Private School, the F-rated event had a turnout of 85 players, battling it out for much-needed rating points. According to tournament director Israel Shilongo, the top 5 players were awarded medals and prize money from 5,000 prize funds sponsored by Maletsky. We will now go to the marketplace, and after that it is your take. Prominent promoter Nesta Sunshine Tobias has expressed excitement over the desire of his boxers in the gym ahead of their upcoming boxing bonanza slated for 12 April. The event, to be held at the Windhoek Showgrounds, will pay tribute to the late founding father of the Namibian nation, Dr. Sam Nujoma. Tobias has lined up some of his finest boxers in the stable to trade leather with other boxers. The promoter says he has been highly impressed in the past couple of weeks with the commitment shown by those who will be in action. South Africa's Abdul Aziz Kunert is living proof that one's past should not completely define who we are as human beings. The Sowetan wrote in February 2020, Matthews the Beast Hayter, ranked 13th in the world by the WBO, look to retain his undefeated record of 14 wins, 9 by knockout, as he defends his WBO featherweight title against the South African Abdul Aziz Kunert. with 12-3-1-3 knockouts. Having left school in 2010, Kunert from Brooklyn in Cape Town became a member of the number 28 gang, which is one of the most feared in South Africa. In the gang, it is important to prove your manhood and move up the rankings through stepping or killing of rival gang members or disobedient members. So Matthias the Beast Hayter is up against that former gangster who has now turned boxer, and this fight is going to provide some thrilling action. Earlier in the month, Nestor Tobias spoke about the importance of this fight and those that will be in action. Let's hear from him.
Okay, so we are joined by Nestor Tobias. Nestor, 2025 is an exciting year for boxing, for Sunshine Boxing especially. Just tell us what the press was about today and what we can expect from you guys this year.
Yeah, thank you very much. As you know, we got world-rated boxers. We have boxers who fought in November, and they did not receive their title. They arrived late. So we also hand over the belt here to John Jolonimus, and Mateus Hayter. And of course, we announced also our next event, which is going to be the 12th of April. That's Independence Boxing Celebration. It's an annual event. We always do this event after the independence because independence is not only the 21st March. You celebrate independence through the year to the next one, you know. So that's why we celebrate our independence, to honor our legends, the fallen legends, and our leaders and so on. And of course to celebrate the independence with the whole nation, young and old, you know. So come the 12th, we're going to have top boxers fighting. We're going to have John Dolonimus, and we got Loki Nakathira, we got Nata the Beast, Aita, we got Philippus Energy Itumba, and we're going to also have other boxers on the card, who's the upcomers, the 6th rounder, the 8th rounders, and so on. You see, so like I say also, we could also offer for other boxers like Loki Nakathira. We are busy negotiating a fight for him in the USA, and if we're gonna announce soon, maybe in the next 3 weeks, and we got also offer for Jolonimus to fight overseas. So we're also busy finalizing that bout. If we finalize those bouts, so meaning those two boxers, they're gonna fight on the 12th April in Namibia. They're gonna fight overseas. But I'm still excited, and hopefully, for whether either in Namibia or the overseas, for us is good. They will give me the opportunity to improve their record and to improve their rating. Like I said, John is number 4 in the world right now, and we got Energy who's number 9. Then Mateus Hayter is number 13 in the world. You can only fight for the world title if you're in the top 15. Otherwise, there's no chance for you. Like I say, the best thing is to put our boxers to number 1, to become mandatory, to get the opportunity to fight for the world title. It's always difficult for African to get the opportunity to fight for the world title. That's why we have to work more harder. We have to get more investment. That's why we have to thank our main sponsor, MTC, co-sponsored by PSTBet, and of course other corporates, and especially the boxing fans who buy ticket to support boxing all the years.
Okay, good luck with the event on the 12th of April, and we look forward to seeing the boxers in the ring.
Appreciate it.
Namibian fullback Divan Rousseau was awarded the Player of the Week recognition in the USA's Major League Rugby after scoring 2 tries for the Seattle Seawolves in their 25-17 win against Anthem Rugby Club of Northern Carolina. The Seawolves have been struggling so far in the league's Western Conference, and last weekend's win was just their second in 6 matches. Rousseau, who represented Namibia at the 2023 Rugby World Cup in France, was also named in the Major League Rugby Dream Team of the Week, round 7. Have a look at the match highlights and look out for Divan Rousseau at number 15 for the Seattle Seawolves in the dark green jerseys.
Looking for another go, Anthem trying to get across, and they are. Anthem on the board.
Blue 2, I need you to wrap, and we got a side entry from that mob.
Underneath, well defended by Anthem for the time being. Smith surveys. On to Yona, out wide, has a man, it's Esdale. Esdale across and down. No.
I don't want to play it, slow it down to the line of touch, get a couple turnovers, get some breath into your guys, and here we go.
Yona
Seattle
chips over the top, has Divan Rousseau. Here comes Rousseau across and down. The Namibian international has Seattle on top for the first time, but it was all set up. Seattle attacking quickly, trying to find space out wide. Here they go across the 22. Rousseau again in the Namibian with the brace. Make it 2 for Divan Rousseau. Noah that time. Gallagher on for Seattle is the Canadian international. An Edmonton, Alberta native. Here they come, out wide. Rousseau, great ball, able to find Esdale. Esdale shaking, shimmying, across and down. And the Eagles' 7th man has Seattle ahead by 15. 3 minutes remaining. They trail by 15. Wilson, little show and go, short, not letting him get by. Reese Mitchell having come on for Albie O'Shaughnessy on the flank. A forward pass will bring it to a conclusion. Seattle trailed 7-3 at the half, but an impressive second half performance from the Seawolves as they get back in the win column and they take the victory. 25-17 the final. Seawolves with a bounce back win at home.
Ario Hart will be up next with the latest international sports news. From me, Jesse Jackson Kauraifa, it is goodbye.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with football news. English Premier League, it is midweek games that was played. An important result for Arsenal. They played at home against Fulham, and it is Arsenal winning that game by 2-1. They're keeping the pressure on Liverpool, that's leading on the log at the moment. Liverpool have played 29 games with 70 points, and they have 1 game less that they've played against versus Arsenal. Arsenal have played 30 games now, they have 61 points, so creeping closer. Important game for Liverpool. They're playing on Wednesday evening against Everton, and that will be a tough Merseyside derby, that game being played at Anfield. That is the home team for Liverpool. Nottingham Forest also creeping up closer to Liverpool, and they have now 57 points after 30 games, and that is after they beat Manchester United at that was at home. They beat them by 1-0. And also another midweek game that was played, Wolverhampton, they got the better of West Ham, and that score was 1-0. Moving on to tennis news, the Charleston Open, that's women's WTA tennis being played on clay, round of 32. It is Diane Collins, the number 7 seed, beating Robin Montgomery, also from the USA. That was 6-3 and 6-1. And then it was Madison Keys that got the better of Caroline Dolehide, also of the USA, 6-3 and 7-6. And a good result for Maria Sakkari. She beat Marta Stankovic by 6-3 and 6-2. And a tough game for Maria Sakkari coming up. She's playing the number 3 seed, Qinwen Zheng. On the men's ATP tour, it is the US Clay Championship, and number 60, Jordan Thompson, he's from Australia, beat Ethan Quinn of the USA in 3 sets. And then it's Mackenzie McDonald, also of the USA, also needed 3 sets to beat Daniel Gallan, he's from Colombia. That is all in the USA Clay Court Championship. Closing off today's international sports news with golf news, number 2 ranked player on the men's circuit is Rory McIlroy, and he's now the second golfer after Tiger Woods to exceed $100 million that is in career earnings, and that is after a 5th place finish in the Houston Open the past weekend. For the 5th place, he earned all of $338,000, lots of money. So he's now the second player to go beyond the $100 million earnings, and at the moment it is Tiger Woods still leading. He's got $120 million in earnings. So of course that is all still just prize money. All these players also have lots of endorsements, but in prize money it is Rory McIlroy and Tiger Woods. They've earned more than $100 million in career earnings. That's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day, and we talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.